Hey guys, it's Kaz here, aka Cats and Camera, and today I'm doing my May overview video. This is basically like a favourites video. It's just an amalgamation of all the things I've watched and read and done, and you know how it is. But I like the word overview more than favourites because maybe I want to talk about stuff that's not favourite sometimes. If you saw my April overview, you would have seen that I did talk about something that I didn't think was as good as it was going to be. So I just wanted that space to be able to do that in these videos. So first up, I want to talk about some books. Obviously, it's booktube. So my favourite read in May was The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I talked a little bit, but not probably as eloquently as I would like to, in my wrap-up video. I'll leave that down below. But this was such a good book. I really was not expecting to like it as much as I did. I thought it was something that I would enjoy, but I wouldn't get as much out of. But I gave this 5 out of 5. I thought it was amazing. I'm not really a big fan of historical fiction, but I think it's more historical, like World War I and II sort of thing, not ancient Greece, that I have a thing with, that I'm not really into it. So this one was just, it was so good. Definitely pick it up if you enjoy ancient Greece, if you enjoy fighting, if you enjoy a love story. It's all in here. It's good. You should definitely check this out. Also in May I read A Court of Wings and Ruin, which I had a lot of feelings about. I'm not going to go into them all here, but again, if you check out my wrap up that I will put in the description below, I kind of went into a little bit of a 5-minute rant about this book. I really enjoyed it, but at the same time I was really let down, so it was sort of a weird one for me, especially after A Court of Mist and Fury, which was so good. That book was so good, and then this one just felt like a bit of a letdown afterwards. Another thing, I don't think I've ever talked about this on my channel, but I give blood, and the last time I tried, it was a bad experience. I don't want to put anyone off with this, but I'll explain it anyway. Basically, I have really thin veins, so it takes a lot for the nurse to pump my arm up and actually be able to find a vein to get the blood out of in the first place. And the last time I went, the guy doing it didn't pump up my arm enough, so he couldn't find it, and basically he put the needle in about 4 or 5 times, and eventually when it caught a vein he had to stop anyway because I was already getting a bruise and I couldn't do it, and I had a massive bruise on my arm for a few weeks. But yes, that wasn't great. But roll on to May, which was the next time that I booked in to do it. You get to do it, women can do it every 4 months, men can do it every 3 months. I don't know why, it's weird, but it's how it goes in England. So in May I went again, and I was hoping that I didn't see the same nurse, and luckily it wasn't there. And it was probably one of my best experiences. Because my veins are so small, it always takes ages for the blood to come out, but I felt like it was really quick. The guy that did it was really good. He put the needle in. He did have to move it once, I think, but unlike the other guy, he took it out and put it back in. The other guy was like, oh, wiggling it. Not great. But yeah, it was a really good experience. I had hardly any bruise afterwards. The guy was obviously good at his job. And when I talked to him about it, he said, yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy you're talking about has quit and doesn't do it anymore. So I don't know if I had any hand in that. But if you can, I would definitely suggest to go and give blood. It's important, and if you can do it, definitely do. It doesn't hurt. I only had that one bad experience, and that's because my veins are really thin and small, but normally people can get it straight away. Honestly, the pinprick on your finger hurts more than having the needle put in your arm, so if you can do it, go give blood. Next I'll get onto a bit of TV. We had Riverdale, which finished in May. I sort of collected a few episodes up, so I stopped watching it so I could watch 3 in one go. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good ending. It was nice, sort of things that were open-ended, which are going to carry on into the next series. Looking forward to that one. Also, I watched season 5 of Grimm. It was on Netflix, finally, and it was so good. And Currently I'm halfway through season 6, which is the last season, so I know everything's going to kick off. But season 5 was really good. All the characters that I love were there. And it just became more of a gang. It was really cool, the whole gang sitch. Everyone knew about everything. It was really nice to have the whole gang together trying to deal with things. But yeah, if you don't watch Grimm, you should definitely check it out. At the beginning of season 1, it's kind of like supernaturally. So it's sort of monster of the week, but the main guy, Nick, is a Grimm and he's a police officer. So he deals with crimes and then finds out that it's done by a Vessin, and Vessin are basically look like human, but they also have another side of them that they can change into these different Vessin, so it's different animals and stuff like that. As the seasons progress, there's more storyline and there's more characters, and it's one of them series that all of the characters are really good. The whole core group are really great characters, so definitely give it a go if it's something that sounds like you would enjoy. And Lucifer came back to Amazon Prime. I don't know what they do with their sort of release dates. I don't know how they do it, but it's so weird. It'll be a week, 2 weeks. Oh, let's wait for 3 months and then chuck a random episode out. I don't know what's going on. But there were a few more episodes of Lucifer and yeah, it was great. It was the second part of season 2. So if you have Amazon Prime, or I don't know if it's anywhere else, then definitely check that out. If you like, again, it's weird, it's another sort of police detective one, which is random. Also, talking about watching things, I randomly saw this German film called Center of My World. It was actually on YouTube, so if I can find the link, if it's still there and not been deleted, I'll link that below. And it was good. It's sort of like a drama where the main character has a lot of drama in his family. He comes back from being away from a little while. And also there's a new guy at school that he likes. I did enjoy it. The guy that plays the love interest is absolutely stunning. That's obviously, it's never a reason to watch a film. I didn't watch the film because of it because I didn't know what he looked like, but he's crazy good looking. So it was fun to watch that bit, I guess. But in general, it was a good film. We get to see the different family dynamics and there's some things sort of revealed. He has a twin sister and they've kind of not as close as they used to be, so there's that whole dynamic, and his mum is somebody that gets with different guys all the time. So yes, like I say, check the description. If I can find it, I'll put it there. But it's a recent release. I think it was out this year, or it might not even be out in some countries. I'm pretty sure I checked on IMDb or something, and it is a really recent release, so yeah, check that out if it sounds like something you'd enjoy. Obviously it's subtitles because it's German, but it's a good film. One thing I will say though is I hate YouTube's subtitle version, because there'll be the picture and then the subtitles are in the little black box at the bottom. So it's kind of hard to read and watch, because in normal subtitle films on DVD, they're on the actual picture, so it's easier to read. But check it out anyway. In May, I photographed 4 gigs. The first one was Under Oath and Me Without You. The second one was The 100 and Mathematics. And going to this gig, it kind of rekindled my love for the 100. Really enjoying their really British band, but they sort of mix metal with grime and hip hop and R&B and stuff like that. But they're really great and you should check them out. And I really enjoyed Mathematics as well, the support band, who were another band that were really British. I also picked up The 100 shirt. I bought this online though, not at the gig, because I didn't have any money at the gig. I would be wearing this, but it's damp because it's been washed. But it has the 100 bit there, and then I don't know how much you can see of this, but then it says the 100 on the back. After the gig, all their merch went on to a few pounds off, and also there was 20% off as well on top of that, so I thought, why not? So after that I did While She Sleeps, In Heart's Wake and Fizzy Blood. That one was pretty crazy. It was in the Rescue Rooms, which is a venue where it has the pit, and then all the people just here, all the crowd, because I photographed mostly at the Rock City, which is in Nottingham. The main hall, it's easy, the pit's here, and then you can get out, and because the bar's here it's really easy to get out. But the rescue rooms, because the pit touches both the walls, you have to get straight back into the crowd. And because this gig was on a Sunday, I had to leave before the last band had finished because I had to catch a bus. And oh my god, it was so hard to get out. I don't know if anybody has heard while she sleeps, but if you have, you know why. It was crazy. I had to try and push my way through the crowd. Oh my god. And last but not least, I photographed Slam Dunk Festival. I won't go into every band because I photographed 18 bands, but I will chuck a few of my favourite pictures on here. I don't know whether it's as enjoyable for just the people attending. So basically, it's all over Leeds and it's in different venues. Some of the stages are outside, but some of them are inside the venues. And a couple of the venues are really hard to get into, so there'll be massive queues for people and they won't necessarily be able to go and see their favourite bands. So I feel like that would really annoy me if I was going just to watch. But obviously because I'm photographing it, I get to go into whatever venue I want to. So I don't know if it was better than last year. I know a lot of people complained last year about the queues, but I did notice at one point I went into one of the buildings, had 2 stages. It had sort of the heavier stage and also the new blood stage, so it was bands that are just up and coming. And it was kind of harsh because all the security outside was stopping everyone. It was 1 in, 1 out, so no one could go into the venue. And in the sort of metal room, it was only about 3/4 full. And then I walked over to the smaller stage to photograph a band and there was literally no one there. So I felt kind of bad because I thought if some of these bands that are up and coming could have had people watching them and probably had fans outside that wanted to watch them, but they weren't allowed in. So I don't know how they could sort of change that. I don't know if it would be possible to have 2 different queues because a lot of people would probably be wanting to go into one, but the other people that were further back might want to be going into the one that's literally got nobody there. So I don't know. I haven't really looked through their page. Last year I looked through the Slam Dunk Facebook page afterwards and there was a lot of complaining, so I don't know if people felt it was better this year or not. But yeah, for me it was okay. It didn't rain, so that's always a bonus. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Comment down below what you watched or read or did in May. If this is your first video by me, then check out some others if you enjoy it, and if you enjoy them then please subscribe, that would be awesome. I'll see you guys in a few days with another video. Bye.